Hey, it's mom hack number 2. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of planning and organization. And so mom hack number 1 was time management. We talked about time management. So go ahead and look for that one if you have not seen it. But again, today is 2 of 5 of the mom hacks that I'm going to be giving to help us get prepared or set up for success for the next year. And so again, today's topic is the importance of planning and organization. Something I love, 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 love. Those who are closest to me know that I plan everything and I'm a very organized person. And so I want to go ahead and give you some tips that's going to help you, or some things that just let you know why it's important. Some people may know the value of it and just don't implement it in their lives, or need strategies to be able to implement planning and organization. Some people just simply don't know the value. So I just want to come real quickly and give you some ideals or some tips around why it is important to have planning and organization in your life. And so if you're watching this video for the very first time and you don't know who I am Tramika, Craddock, wife, mompreneur, and I help moms find a healthy balance between the daily tasks of motherhood and pursuing their dreams. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to be giving 5 different items today. And I love bullet points because, again, it helps you to be organized. And so I'm going to be giving 5 bullet points on why, or the importance of planning and organization in your life. And so some people may think that I'm just talking about planning on a day-to-day basis. And yes, some of that I am going to discuss today, but planning for your life in general. So whether that be short-term goals, long-term goals, something that you decide that you want to do 10, 20 years from now, 6 months from now, or it can be those day-to-day tasks. Planning and organization is going to bless your life. Trust me, I know. And so let's hop right in. Number 1, without a plan, you get sidetracked. And I'm putting everything in simple terms today. Without a plan, simply, you get sidetracked. So planning helps to keep us on track. Organization helps us to be aflow quickly, efficiently, and effectively when we're actually living out, or we're working out our plan. And so they go hand in hand. You create the plan, and then as you're taking those action steps or those baby steps into fulfilling the plan, organizing those action steps or baby steps is going to help you be more productive, is going to help you reach that goal. And so again, organization is going to help us move more quickly, efficiently, and effectively. Planning is simply keeping us on track. So back to number 1. Without a plan, you get sidetracked. And so how many times have we just, we talked about this in the first mom hack, where we're just laying in bed on social media. Or if we have a plan for our day, we know we need to get up because we're going to have 24 hours in that day, and we need to get busy on whatever the plan is, that to-do list for the day. Or how many times okay, moms, I'm talking to you because I was guilty of this. And so that was an example of day-to-day planning. And so when we talk about planning our lives, I had a brainstorming brunch, and I was talking to the ladies about this as well, and we wrote down categories that we were going to make goals in for the next year. And one of the categories that I told them is to make sure that you're creating goals for self-care. And so beyond just creating the goal, you have to make sure you plan it out, and what does that look like. And so for me, the example I gave is, I said every quarter of the year I'm going to get a massage. Every 2 months, every 60 days, I'm going to take a weekend where I'm not doing any work, and I'm making sure that I'm replenishing myself. Whether that is just taking a good long nap, a hot bubble bath, whatever you desire to do, you have to make sure that you're planning out self-care. And so mamas, what happened is sometimes we're doing all this stuff for the kids, and we kind of forget about ourselves because there was no plan that we put into play in the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, whenever. There was no plan that we put into play to make sure that we're replenishing ourselves. And so as a result, we get stressed out, we go overwhelmed, we get fatigued, and we get frustrated. And so we have to make sure that we're implementing plans in our life. And I just use the self-care as an example. That can be a plan for anything. It helps us not to get sidetracked. How about, you need $3,000 to invest in a business that you want to start, or that you've been eyeing, or, you've been jotting down notes, or trying to be constructive about investing in this business. You finally made a decision where you want to do it. And so you know that you need to work hard to get this $3,000 worth of investment money. And then your friend comes along and say, hey girl, I have this trip. It's going to be $3,000. You know you need it. You know the kid's been stressing you out. You know you need this time out. What are you going to do? If you had a plan in place to say, hey, I need this amount of money to be able to invest in the business, but then your friend comes along, and we're not saying that we all have bad friends. It happens. What are you going to do? Are you going to stick to the plan, or are you going to just go ahead and take the trip? And so having a plan in place, beyond that, making sure we stick to the plan that we put in place is very, very, very important. And again, it just keeps us on track and helps us not to get sidetracked of the goals that we have set for ourselves. And, I talk to moms all the time, and one of our major responsibilities is taking care of our children. Well, if you want to pursue the dreams and desires that you have for your life, and you want to live the life that you've always desired, outside of, or beyond, I should say, motherhood, or being a wife, or being a stay-at-home mom, whatever that looks like for you, what's the plan? So you have to have a plan in place, and having that plan in place is going to help us to not get sidetracked and actually fulfill those goals. And so number 2 that I want to give you is it helps us prioritize. Planning simply helps us prioritize. And so say you have this long list of stuff. We're going back to the example of the day-to-day planning. You have this long list of stuff that you need to do. What's more important? What's a task that has to get done right away that can't wait until tomorrow, or can't even wait until 12 o'clock noon that particular day? And so planning does help us put things into perspective, and it helps us prioritize. And that goes right back to the example that I gave for helping us not get sidetracked. Priorities help when we're putting our priorities into perspective as well. That helps us not get sidetracked. You got that $3,000 that you need to invest in the business, but here's a girls trip that come along, is $3,000 as well. What are you going to do? And just an example for myself, I had a group of ladies who were going to Vegas. And I have never been to Vegas, and I wanted to go to Vegas so bad. And it was going to be like 20 plus ladies. I had never been on a girls trip. I'm like, I really want to go, but it was the year we were trying to build our house. And so I had to make a decision. What was more important to me? Of course, I want a house. I want to own a house. And so putting priorities into a perspective is going to help you meet your goals. It's going to help you, again, when you're organized, being more efficient and effective, but it's going to help you to meet those goals. And so another example that I want to give you is, say, for example, you have the holidays coming up, they're right around the corner, or a child's birthday, and your child is going to need braces, right? And your child have this long list of stuff that they want to do. But being the mom that we are, we want to make sure that we're always satisfying our kids, keeping them happy. But you got to choose. You got to make a decision. What's more important? What is the priority in this particular situation? To make sure I have enough for the braces, or to give them everything on this long list that they gave me for the holidays for their birthday. So it's going to help you put things into perspective. So planning is very, very, very important. Number 3 is it makes it easier to say no to things. And we talked about this with the time management. How many times have we just said yes, 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 take on this task, do this for this person, do this for that person. Not saying that there's anything wrong with doing things for people, because we do want to help. For me, that's part of my nature. I love helping people. But if I have a plan in place, and we can either talk about a daily plan or either a life plan. If I have a plan in place, let's just say, for example, with the daily plan, and I know that I have a deadline to meet by 12 noon and another deadline to meet by 3 p.m. and some things that just can't get carried over to the next day. If I get a phone call saying, hey, can you come to lunch? Or if I get a phone call saying, hey, can you do this for me? I may have to say no. And so it helps us to be able to put things into perspective, to know what we can take on, so that we're not stressing ourselves out or being overwhelmed because we took on all these other tasks for all these other people, and we can't even handle our own, or we just burden ourselves with other tasks. And so it helps us to put saying yes and no, and when we need to say no, into perspective as well in the daily, a yearly plan or a life plan. I have this goal that I'm trying to meet, let's just say by the end of the year. And then I have somebody who calls, I'm like that close to meeting my goal. And I have someone who calls me and say, hey, can I borrow $2,000? Do I need the $2,000 to meet the goal at the end of the year? I may have to say no. I may have to say half. I may have to say I can give you 10%. Whatever that looks like, planning is really going to help us put things into perspective so that we can meet our goals. And so that's number 3. Number 4 is it helps you with the more organized life. And so I know that today's title was the importance of planning and organization. So I want to hop into the organization part of it just a little bit more. But planning is going to help you to be more organized when it comes to, again, those day-to-day tasks, or when it comes to making life plans for yourself. And so I don't want people to think, or I think when people think of planning, they think of just planning a wedding or a birthday party. No, you can actually sit down, and I'm not saying that you plan out your entire life 100% and everything is going to fall in place exactly how you planned it out. Things do happen. Sometimes plans don't go according to what we would like. Sometimes we got to have a plan B, a C, a D, and a E. But having an outline is what's going to help you in your life to know that, okay, this is what I desire. These are the steps I'm going to take to get there. It may not happen by these steps. I may have to maneuver some of the steps, change some of the steps out. You know, some of the steps I may have to add in a few steps. It may take longer. It may take shorter, and I can take some of the steps out. But just having an outline to actually reach whatever the goal is that you have planned for your life, make sure that you're planning. And so when I talked about organization, simply, y'all, is going to help you move quickly, efficiently, and effectively. That's what organization brings about in your life. Quickly, efficiently, and effectively. And so whether that's getting ready for the day to make sure that you're meeting a client on time, or that you're getting to work on time, or that you're getting to the school meeting on time, or an appointment on time. Quickly, efficiently, and effectively. Whether that is for your life, making sure that by the end of 6 months, I did increase the credit score, or by the end of the year, I did save enough to be able to put down the down payment for the house, or buy a car, or invest in a business, whatever that looks like for you. You may even want to say, I want to take a trip, or I want a new wardrobe. Did you stay on track throughout the year, or throughout the allotted time frame that you gave? Did you stay organized so that you can reach your goals quickly, efficiently, and effectively? That's what organization does for our house. So planning and organization does help us be more productive, because you have that outline, and then if you're sticking to the outline, staying organized is going to help you be more productive when it comes to meeting the goals. And so I actually shared a post. You can go look on Instagram or on Facebook and look at this post. And so basically the post, it just gives you a visual. I'm going to talk about the post now. Basically the post was telling you the areas of your life that you need to be the most organized. For moms, these are the areas that we're in the most, or that we need to move through quickly the most. And so I'm going to give you those areas. The areas is your workspace. So whether or not you have a business and you have a desk area or office area in your home, outside of the home, if you work a career and you actually is at a place of employment, your workspace needs to stay organized so that you can be productive. Your living space. Have you ever came home and just seen a junky living room or whatever space that you walked in, and you just got like, oh, like I'm not even gonna be able to take it. I can't even do what you was like pumped in the car and at work, or when you was meeting with the client, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna do this, and you walk in the house and it's just like a mess, and you like, oh my God, I can't do it. And so making sure that our living space, and what I mean by that, living areas are the areas that you walk into your house first, making sure that those are always clean and organized is going to help us. It's going to motivate us. I promise you, it will help. Your vehicle. Moms, we spend a lot of time in vehicles. running our kids from this place to this place, appointments and school and whatever that look, grocery shopping, making sure that your vehicle is organized is going to help you be more productive as well. Your bathroom, this is where you get ready. You may have makeup or curling irons or whatever you have all over your counters. Clean that stuff up. Keep it organized, because when you're looking for something, it's going to help you move quicker and help you be more efficiently and effective in the morning or in the afternoon or whenever you go into your restroom to get ready. Is going to help you to move through those areas faster if things are organized. Kitchen, we always got to cook, of course, for the kids, for the family. And so if your pots and pans are organized, your refrigerator is organized, your seasoning cabinet is organized, it's going to be able to help you get those things you need to be able to make a meal, or it's going to help you when it's time for grocery shopping to know what you need to have or what you need to put on your list. And so making sure that those areas in our kitchen are organized as well. The last thing is our bedroom and our closet. Bedroom is where you rest, where you sleep. You don't want that to kind of be out of order. Your closet, getting ready for work, getting ready to go to an appointment, whatever that looks like for you. You want to make sure that your closet is organized, because if you can just go right there, I don't know how many times I'm like, I cannot find my other earring. What am I can't find the other shoe. And so if your shoes are organized, your accessories, your clothes, so take some time and organize these particular areas in your life and tell me after a week, do you feel like you flow more efficiently and quickly through? I promise you, you will. But I just want you to report back and tell me how helpful it was for you. So making sure those areas are organized. Again, it's your workspace, your living room, your vehicle, your bathroom, your kitchen, bedroom / closet, making sure that you have those spaces organized. So the importance of planning and organization, the 5 key things that I want to leave with you today, I'm going to go ahead and recap them, is without a plan, you can easily get sidetracked. That's number 1. Number 2 is it helps you prioritize. Number 3 is it makes it easier to say no to things and people. Number 4 is it helps you to become more organized in your life. And number 5 is planning helps you have a healthier balance so that you don't get stressed and overwhelmed. And so if we have this plan out, we know how much more we can take if someone calls us or if something happens to come up. We know how we can maneuver things around for our week or our day if we need to. We know the goals that we're shooting for in our life, and so it helps us to stay on track and not be all over the place when it comes to doing other things. Talked about being on social media. If you know you got a ton of things to do for the day, get up and get going on your plans that you have for your day. Organization is going to help us move more quickly, efficiently, and effectively through certain spaces that we have in, as well as meeting our goals. And so that's the information that I have for you. If you want more information about me or my services, please visit my website, tramikacraddock.com. Make sure you are here. I cannot wait until tomorrow. Mom hack number 3 out of 5, we're going to be talking about mom guilt. So make sure that you are here to take a look at that video as well. If you have questions, you're more than welcome to DM me, inbox me, or I'm going to be doing a live Q&A on Saturday morning. I'm going to be doing that Q&A at 10 a.m. So you're more than welcome to join me with all your questions, whether it's about these subjects or anything else. I'll be more than happy to help you with those answers. So thank you, and we will see you for 3 tomorrow.